bit hot. You're on fire, man.
Yeah, we did well. Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome to Stef ABtv. Welcome to Balocco and welcome to the Alfa Romeo Tonale Q4. This is the plug-in hybrid model. It is the one that runs 280 horsepower, and in this video I'm going to quickly talk to you about the exterior styling, what's changed, talk to you about the engine, go for a drive and take it out on track. If that interests you, hit the like button, subscribe, and let's crack on with the video. So then let's have a quick look at the styling of the Alfa Romeo Tonale. This is the Veloce model, which does come with the teledial wheels. We do have it in this very, very nice kind of Montreal green. Kind of key real differences for Tonale in terms of its styling when it comes to the Q4 model is when you come round here to the rear. You can see on the Veloce model we do have the nice two tailpipe exit exhausts. They do look nice. They do kind of bring it more in line with what Alfa Romeo are all about. Now we need to learn a little bit more about this car. So Alfa say that this is the most efficient model they have ever released, and it does form part of their strategy of going from 0 to 0 by 2027, which for the traditional petrol head will be a little disappointed, because that means that all new Alfa Romeos from 2027 will, well, they'll all be electric. This is obviously a plug-in hybrid model, but yeah, if you're thinking there's going to be a quadrifoglio variant of this, unless Alfa bring it out as a bit of a kind of last hurrah to the combustion engine, you might be a little bit disappointed. So when it comes to the efficiency, they say it is their most efficient car. It does 26 grams of CO2 emissions per kilometer, which, to be fair, is decent. It is obviously plug-in hybrid, so you do get 50 miles out of the full EV range only, which is good. In terms of if you use the EV range and the petrol engine itself, you'll get a total of 370 miles, which again is awesome. The fact that this is 280 brake horsepower, it does have four-wheel drive, and in terms of trim, you can order it in Veloce or in TI form. I think they also do a sprint variant. 0 to 62 miles per hour happens in just 6.2 seconds, and that is based from the hybrid system, which combines a 180 brake horsepower, 1.3 litre turbocharged multi-air engine, 4-cylinder engine, and a 6-speed automatic box. And then also for the rear axle, you have a 90 kilowatt motor, which is powered by a 15.5 kilowatt hour battery. The rear axle alone, if you put it in just EV mode, will provide you with 250 newton meters of torque. Now, when it comes to the interior of the Alfa Romeo Tonale, we're greeted by what we know is this beautiful steering wheel. I love the fact that this one has the aluminium paddles that we know and love from models such as Stelvio and Giulia. Now, we do have the dynamic DNA selector, drive selector, and you can have it in natural mode, advanced efficiency, or dynamic. When you're in dynamic, it's using the full power from the hybrid engine as well as the the petrol engine as well as the hybrid. In natural, it does the same thing, but it tries to drive off a lot more in EV, and in advanced efficiency it will just maximize your range. But the other thing which is great is you're able to turn the traction control on this car, which is a good thing because older models you weren't able to do so. Coming down here, you get wireless charging, which is all very nice to see. The screen, brilliant, really nice. The whole kind of instrument cluster is 22 inches. This screen I do like. It is a little bit of a faff, but it's so much better than what we've been used to in the past when Alfa Romeo have kind of delivered on infotainment. So it is absolutely improved. If I take you a look here, you've got the instrument cluster. You do have her, I won't say the name, but you know what it is, and you can use that for all kinds of cool stuff. So I love these retro gauges. They look really, really nice. And also down here, you can see the kilometers left on the petrol, 266. And if I was to put it into normal mode, standby, it will show me how much EV range I've got. So I have got 23 kilometers of range from EV. The seats themselves, very, very nice. They are a little bit stiff, but they have got very, very nice bolstering. I do like that. And the rear space is quite vast for a kind of compact SUV. It's really, really good. And I do like what Alfa Romeo have done with this. Okay, so we've talked about exterior styling of the Alfa Romeo Tonale, and in Veloce form, I do think it does look like a very, very good car. But the key thing that we really want to find out is, how does it drive? And of course, I'm joined by my buddy, Pete. Hello, Pete.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been too long, my friend.
So look, initially out the bat, the Q4 system is doing a very, very good job at pulling me and pushing me out these corners. Understeer, a little bit of understeer there, but actually, that's pretty good going. Now, you've driven the normal 1.5 hybrid as well.
Yeah. The 160 brake one.
Yeah, and I was passenger in the same car up the Goodwood Hill climb when Zhao took me up it, and it lacked an awful lot of grunt, didn't it?
Yeah, it's underwhelming.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right word for it. But this already, just around those corners, it feels like it's got just the right amount of power to get you out of most sticky situations, but also create a bit of an engaging drive, especially around these kind of corners here. It's good, isn't it?
It's really good. Actually, finally it's got the power it needed.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's a good car in the sense that you can stick it into kind of the normal dynamic, the natural mode and the advanced efficiency. And actually, when we were driving up until this point, before I turned the cameras on, I was driving it in natural, and it is a little bit kind of numb in that area. It feels like the clutch doesn't want to let go, and it just doesn't really feel as connected. But in Q4 form, the true joy of this car is dynamic mode, and I'm impressed. In terms of the handling, now look, because it's obviously battery powered, the battery does allow you to have, and I might as well change gear because I'm in manual mode, the battery does give it a lower center of gravity. Alfa are kind of quite proud to say that it's 3% lower than the competition. Do you notice it? I wouldn't say you do, but it does have good handling on it. I'm pretty impressed. Comfort factor, how are you finding it?
It's good, mate.
It is, isn't it?
The seat's quite firm.
Yeah, and so it's a suspension, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't. There's no it doesn't wallow. Even from the passenger seat, you can feel the front end's very sharp.
Brakes are decent for what it is. I don't know. Do you remember how much this thing weighs?
A lot.
A lot. and it does do all right. It does understeer a touch, but look at this.
The bit for me that the reason this car ticks a lot of boxes now is it's got the performance, so 280 brake,
yeah,
pushes it along the road really nicely.
Yeah.
But now it's a plug-in hybrid, it'll do 80 kilometres full electric.
Yeah, which is 50 miles.
Yeah, for your, if you had like a shortish commute to work, so you driving to work every day.
Every day, yeah.
You'd never have to turn the engine on at all.
No, you wouldn't.
And what's really cool is it's got this blockchain technology. So it'll actually capture your driving history, but how often you're on full EV, how often the internal combustion engine is on,
yeah,
how you're using the battery. So all of that's in like almost like an electronic logbook in the car.
The other thing that you get with this car as well, and Alfa were quite keen to shine on it, was the kind of new Alfa My Connectivity app, which kind of has things like My Charge, radius of where you can get to based on the way you drive. So it kind of tries to eliminate an element of the range anxiety as well. I mean, I think for me personally, I think Alfa are quite behind the curve on that. I mean, BMW Mini, all of these guys have done it for a while anyway, but it does go a long way, I guess, to know where you can drive without having to worry about any of the charge points. Yeah. Now, what we're going to do, because we are in Italy, we are near Bolocco.
We are.
We're going to go and we're going to stick this on a track and we're going to absolutely spank it. So, yeah, because we can't really do it on the road.
Take me to Bolocco.
Let's do this, yes. Right, we'll regroup in Bolocco. We are all traction control off. Dynamic,
yeah, boy.
And I guess we'll see what happens, right? A bit of Scandi flicks and hope for the best.
Go for it, mate.
I'll probably write it off. That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all right. Come on. I joke, but having a V6 in this would be insane.
Oh, mate.
It would be absolutely insane.
I did just mention that to the global product manager for Tonale.
And what did he say?
He was like, oh,
Oh, yes.
You got buckets of understeer.
Oh, he does understeer. She understeers, but hey.
So, what you've got to remember though, this is a family compact SUV.
Yeah, and I think...
But it's actually handling like a...
It's handling a lot better. I mean, let's be honest, you're not really ever going to do the school run the way we're doing it. Look at it, look at it.
You're getting a bit of rotation there.
Well, traction's off, mate, you know. Full apex, mate.
Yeah, the gearbox is letting it down now.
Yeah, you can absolutely tell. It's like, I just want that gear to engage, but it's not doing it.
Yeah.
But power out is good. Handling's all right as well. Yes, I'm really asking quite a lot of the car.
Yeah.
But when you're driving this on the public road, you're never going to drive it the way we're driving it right now. Oh wow, flipping Nora, we're taking this a bit quick. Out of the brake. Oh, I'll tell you what, man. I think the tyres have warmed up.
It's actually better if you let it do its own thing. 170 k's.
Yeah, sure. I've just absolutely annihilated the absolute living daylights of this thing, and to be fair to it, it's taken it like a champ. It's taken it like a champ.
Don't buy ex-Italian press Tonales.
Yeah, don't buy this one. In summary, I can say I like it. I think it's great. For what it is, I think it's great. The only thing that really lets it down is the gearbox, but it punches well above its weight. It's miles better than the standard 160 variant.
Like miles.
Light and day. You can tell that me and Pete have driven this pretty properly. Look at the state of the brake!
I think the brakes were a bit hot.
You're on fire, man.
Yeah, we did well.